Say hi to the YouTubes. Just hit that record button. Unruly Babs is wowing me. Apparently Chad's on the server now. So I'll just let anyone join this fucking thing. Hi, Jason.
You're watching
Got him. Cam Chowder, thank you for 10 months. Still want to 1v1 me, bitch. What were we gonna 1v1 on? I don't even remember now.
You're watching
Bondar. Bone boy. Bone boy. Thank you for 7 months. MJ with 40 months. And Mock with 13 months. If you heard of Smash, continue to be Henry. Cheetos with the 2nd month. I've been disappointed I doing it wrong. Here are too many micers. Oh fuck, Nebris is here too?
You're watching
Is it raining? Nebris already beat the game. What the fuck is this thing? Why is there a cylinder on my table? Alright. 24 hours notice or I burn it. Alright, it's still here. That's fucking it. That's it. That's it. Let's get this party started. Where does one keep this flint? Probably not in the metals chest. Though, it'd be fine if it wasn't there. Nebris won the tournament. Way to spoil everything for everyone. Oh wait, we got flint and steel right here. We don't even need fucking flint and steel. We don't even need. Alright, let's make sure we don't fuck this up. I'm like a damn fool. Yeah, if you want to list who all's on the server, just look at YouTube. Go to youtube.com. And there you go. Just that's your list. Did I get any nether bits? I did. Oh yeah, yeah. Rice ain't never coming back from this, y'all. This right here. Well, fucking this. He'll never be able to return after what I'm doing to him right now. There's no coming back from this moment. All right, there we go. Ruined him. Got him. All right, there we go. There we go. Let's see. Let's put this stuff away. Cause I don't remember what we were doing last time. It's been a little while. Hey, Supernatural, thank you for those bits. I really don't remember what we were doing, though, I'm gonna be honest. I need more redstone to finish out my wall here. It's been it has been a little while though, for real. Like several days. I feel so tired today, and I don't know why. This happened to me yesterday too. I might be dying. I hate it. I don't think I'm sick. I'm just dying. Oh, that was right. There we go. Hey, I got a thing in the mail today from is Armo here? I need to do my MeUndies giveaway for one thing. It's one thing I need to do. And Armo's got the information for such things. He's responsible for this. So that's one thing that needs to happen. So we might as well just let's just become an ad. Oh, it's 2 years for Yang. Yin Yang, 2 years. And that's your song. So yeah, I need to give away some underwear. And I don't know if it's underwear. He hadn't actually told me if it's underwear or if it's whatever the hell it was last time. What the hell was it? The onesie. The onesie. So I don't know if it's underwear or the full-on onesie, to be honest with you. So it might be a onesie. But they sent me a thing in the mail today, and well, I'm sure they sent it several days ago, but I got it in the mail today, and it wasn't just underwear. It was also the like sweatpants type stuff, but they're not sweatpants. I don't know what to call them because they're made out of the same material that the MeUndies are made out of, that model or whatever it's called, and they're so fucking soft, but they're really thin. Yeah, they're leggings. They're very blue. Here, let me go over here and be. They're basically sleep pants, but I wear sleep pants every time you ever see me. They're kind of are tights, but they're not really. I mean, they're not really tights because they're not tight on me, and tights got to be tight, right? But they're super stretchy. They're like, I feel like I could stretch these things out and fit like several of me in here. They are comfortable, but I don't know if they're going to be too thin. This is not underwear, Chadwick. I am wearing underwear under the pants. We're doing an ad right now, Chad. Could you please be respectful for my underwear ad that I'm doing? MeUndies.com/Guude, everyone. Chad, if you need some underwear, MeUndies.com/Guude. You'll get 15% off, and I get paid $30. Chad, show the underwear off. Well, these are the underwear that came with them that they sent me. They're lightning bolty, and they're blue. I don't know why the green screen is fucking chroma keying the blue. They are Pikachu underwear. They are Pikachu underwear. These are my Pokemon's underwear that I'm gonna wear from now on when we do PixelMon. I'm gonna fucking be like, all right, hey buddy, got your underwear here, and I got it from MeUndies.com/Guude. Yep. He just said MeUndies.com/Guude is what he said. Be sure to get a pair of chats. So anyways, if you guys want to get some underwear, you know the link. I've said it like 12 times. But also, Armor's going to do a giveaway. And I don't know for certain if you're getting a onesie or underwear. But either way, it's free. And I get to do 4 of them this month. So not just one. We're doing 4 this month. So there'll be 4 chances to win underwear or whatever this month. I didn't get the code in time to do it the first week, so 1 week we'll do 2. I have not been told that it's U.S. only. So as far as I know, it's not U.S. only. I need to ask that. You know what? This one, let's assume it's U.S. only, and I'm going to ask tonight, and I'll know that for the rest of them. But he didn't say U.S. only, so I don't think it is, but I don't know. Are they used? Are you selling your used underwear? You know what's funny is I don't think Chad knew I was actually sponsored by MeUnderwear. MeUnderwear? MeUnderwear.com. I think he was in here to troll. And I really am doing underwear ads here. Oh, you did know. Okay. All right. Good. Good. So it's not just weird. Me underwear. You under there? Oh, I did tell you about my great deal. That's right. That's right. Oh yeah, that's right. This happened before the marathon. That's right. So yeah, everyone knows that's in Minecraft. What the fuck did I do with that leather? I'll probably put it in the mob items chest, didn't I? Sure did. That's what I did with it.
You're watching.
All right, got 23 levels. I need to get more levels. Did Babs ever finish beating the game so that we can get levels all day long? What just happened? Oh, you got to give sub to Chad. Chad, you're a sub now. Because Babs was building a mob farm last week. Oops. When did you join the server, Chad? She plays. I'm gonna talk some shit right now. Fucking y'all get ready for the drama. Fucking buckle your seatbelts. I imagine you all have seatbelts in your chair at home. She plays for at least 20 hours a day. She ain't got time. How much more time do you need? That's the end of it. That's the whole. That's everything I got. That's all I got. 20 hours isn't that much, honestly. All right, what's our option out here? I'm breaking 3, or what do I do with those books? I'm gonna warn everybody. This is your warning. I'm very tired. So if I do something stupid, like make fucking 6 books and then do what with them? They're in my hand. Why can't I see them on the bar? Oh, they're in this hand. They're in that hand. How'd they get in that hand? Lore. Oh yeah, I did hit F because I was gonna type some shit. I was gonna shit talk her in real life, but instead I did it behind her back. All right. We need more redstone. So we're going to do that first. NyQuil smoothie. I don't need anything that would make me any more sleepy. I'm so tired. I'm the tiredest young man you'll ever meet. I don't know why I'm so tired, though. That I don't know. I just know that I am very tired, very sleepy. A Monsoor. I need a Monsoor. I'm assuming you mean Monster, and I cannot handle energy drinks. I don't drink any caffeine, and it kills me if I drink any caffeine, because I don't drink caffeine. So I can't handle even the smallest amount of caffeine.
Trio.
What is this? Where does this go? I don't drink coffee or tea. Well, I drink tea, but it's always decaf. But no, I don't drink coffee at all. I don't drink soda. You trying to like trick me? Gotcha.
Trio.
Why did the Kimming thing not go off? Well, thank you for 3 months, Kimming. Did it go off? I just missed it. I should have made another iron pick. I have the one, but it's my fortune pick. Kind of don't want to. Well, this one's gone. Okay. Guess we'll use this one. I really just need to find redstone anyways. Let's not worry with this other stuff for right now. Look at this little tiny little tree. You want people that don't drink water. I don't understand how that works. Is it because you think it doesn't taste good? Because that's what me and Jeff were talking about. I guess I could cook the ones I mind. I don't have any wood. I can't do it. I can't make a crafting bench.
Trio.
I don't know if there's more redstone in here. I don't know how far we went in our mining adventure. There's redstone right there. Did it. Water's overrated. Is it, though? I feel like water is probably underrated. I'm so glad. So I've had an interesting couple days. Kinda, maybe. I don't know. Depends on how you look at it, I guess. So as you know, my daughter's a Girl Scout, and it's cookie season. Cookie sales have begun. Yesterday was the first day of cookie sales, which, if you didn't know that, and some kid offered you Girl Scout cookies, and you said to them yesterday, I got mine last week, we all fucking know you're a liar. And you may have walked away and no one called you on that shit, but I hope you're sitting there right now with your seatbelt buckled, realizing everybody knew that you're a fucking liar. Anyways, so my daughter's in a new Girl Scout troop this year. Not a lot of people said that, but the few did, they were fucking liars. The Girl Scouts, so they're not supposed to set up booths yet. So it's this weird gray area. The first week of Girl Scout cookies, you're not technically supposed to run a booth. It's called Walkabout Week, and that's supposed to be the week where I guess you walk about, you go door to door, that sort of thing. But you can have what they like to call lemonade stands. So if you like, so it's like we sold cookies yesterday at the general store that's near me, because it's a privately owned business. So I'm able to sell cookies there, but like you're not supposed to sell at like at Walmart or something until next week. Next week's the start of the booths. And so anyways, Adar's a new troop this year. And I don't want to talk too badly about them, but I'm not like the people that run the troop, I guess is the best way to put this. I don't have a shuckle, I don't think. They're very nice women. I spent a lot of time at their house yesterday. But at the training night, they were saying that they were going to do like in-troop incentives this year. And they said that they know how none of our kids can go without going to McDonald's at least twice a week. So they're going to give away McDonald's gift cards. I didn't want to say anything, but like my daughter's never been to a McDonald's before, so I feel like when she gets older or whatever, she go, mess up your diet all you want, but I'm not gonna like fucking introduce her into that shit at an early age. So anyways, I don't release my Minecraft episodes. So I didn't say anything during the meeting, but then yesterday, after the first day of cookie sales, we were the ones that won all the incentives, because we sold 185 cookies yesterday whenever we went out selling, 185 boxes. And so I went back to their house to get more cookies because I just didn't have enough. Like last year, I think she sold 400. She didn't quite hit her goal, and we didn't know that because like they do booths as well, and like you split them with the kids or whatever. So this year her goal is 500 boxes is how many she wants to sell, and she wants to get this little $10 plushie, basically this little sequin plushie that I guarantee you is not worth more than $10, but that's how this shit works, right? So anyways, so I think she'll get it this year. Either way, but also like if you get to that level with a 500 or whatever, you there's other things that Girl Scouts give you, like these like little traveling vouchers and stuff. So that's, I don't know, if like 500 is like the level where things start getting okay, basically. Friday was the cookie rally, which is like tons of different troops come together and they hang out at this big ass building. In this case, in her case, it was a church, and they like learn about all the different cookies in case they didn't know what the different cookies were, and 500 boxes. You can't sell individual cookies, box or nothing. Which this year, and I think they started last year, they're raising the price of the cookies. Here they're still $4 a box, but I was reading that in some places they're up to $5 now. So I bet next year nationwide they'll all be $5 for a box. Oh no, they're $5 there, PG. That's awful. I'm so sorry. It's gonna happen to everybody. It's coming. I'm gonna ship me some cookies. I'll pay. I imagine it's expensive to ship cookies. Trekkie was asking this yesterday, and technically, like, there's a link where you can order them online, and my daughter gets credit. Though it does have her first name on the page, so I've never given this out. During the fall, they do these candy sales, and you can put an alias on that page, and like anyone, I think I did give it out one year because it was just like an alias. I don't remember if I did or not, but I don't really feel comfortable giving out a link to a page that has my daughter's name on it. So kind of wish that like my daughter's name was out there, because then I would just be like, everybody buy some fucking cookies. But anyways, it's $11.50 shipping. Even if you just get 1 box or 12 boxes, you got to pay $11.50 in shipping. That's too much. That's too damn high. So anyways, I hung out. So okay, let me format this story in a way that's pleasant on the ears. Everyone buckle your seatbelts again. So Friday, when I took her to the cookie rally, she asked me if I could stay with her. And last year, whenever she was in the troop she was in, she didn't want me to stay. She told me to fuck off because like her best friend was there, like a girl that she went to preschool with and everything. This was in her old troop before her mom moved. So last year I was like, you want me to stay? And she was like, could you go the fuck on, Dad? But this year she asked me if I would stay because she didn't know nobody. She's only been in her new troop for like a month. And I was like, yeah, I'll stay. And so we get there, and the damn woman wouldn't let me stay. She made me sit in a separate room. Wasn't allowed to stay. So my daughter got real upset about that and complained about not knowing anyone. So I just had to sit around in this church for 3 hours, and could not be around the children. So anyways, okay, I'm down here. That's why I was like, how did I get down here? So cookie sale started on Friday. No, none of the only parents that were troop leaders, I guess, got to stay. I talked to the troop leader about this last night, and she's like, if I'd already been there, I could have got you back there, but I wasn't there yet, and I didn't realize this was going on and everything. So I was upset about that, mainly just because my daughter was upset, and it wasn't really necessary. It wasn't gonna, one more person in this giant ass church filled with 300 girls wasn't gonna change anything. But anyways, this is just mainly that she didn't really know anybody, so I don't blame her. Anyways, it all worked out in the end. She was fine. Whenever I got to see her again, she said she had fun and all this, so everything was fine. And then so yesterday I had to go. You couldn't get the cookies before 9 a.m. So I went and got the cookies at 9 a.m. To start selling them, but she had to go to dance first. So she went to dance. Then afterwards we went and set up our booth and started selling the cookies. Did all that. That's fine. And then we sold all the cookies. So I was like, well, we should go ahead and get more cookies, so that I'm not worried about it on the next time that I have her here. I'll just go ahead and already have the cookies. That was the other thing too. At the cookie training, they said that like last year they had some women pay their power bill with the cookie money. So they weren't going to let anyone have more than 100 boxes of cookies. And I knew that wasn't enough, because the year before, I had I had sold cookies at the store last year, and I already knew that I needed a lot more than 100 cookies. I was like, I need at least 200 boxes of cookies. I'm gonna go up here and start selling cookies. So I just went ahead and got $400 out of the ATM so I could just pay for the first 100 cookies, or 100 boxes or whatever. So this wasn't a problem. So I went and picked up the cookies in the morning. I gave her the 400. So she already won the first 2 incentives because it was whoever paid for this amount of cookies first or whatever. So we sold her our cookies. I'm gonna sneeze. Well, it doesn't matter if you pay in advance or not. Once the cookies leave the troop person's house, they're yours. You can't bring them back. You can't be like at the end of the week, like, well, I didn't sell 3 boxes. Here they are back. I don't want to owe you $12. No, you owe them $12. Like, there is no giving the cookies back. I'm not saying it's not weird, Emily. I honestly think, because the troop can give them back. Like, she has $25,000 worth of cookies in her trailer. And if she don't sell $25,000 cookies, she ain't responsible for $25,000 worth of cookies. She can give them back, but I can't give them back to her. It don't make no damn sense. I guess she's more trusted not to pee on them than I am. I don't know. Could have stole her trailer and just like hook up her double wide and fucking pull it out of her yard. So I don't know why pee was better than cum, all right? So anyways, did the selling for like 5 hours. Went back to her house, got more cookies, and her daughter was there. And I wanted my daughter to have a friend in this damn troop so that she's not freaked out next time. So I sat around her house for an hour. And I probably embarrassed myself at many points during this hour. But we started talking about the incentives. And she's like, well, you done won the first 3. So that's $35 in gift cards. And I'm like, listen. I was like, I don't think we really need $35 in McDonald's gift cards. And she's like, yeah, it'd probably take like 2 weeks to use those, right? And I'm like, well, see, the thing is, my daughter's never been to McDonald's. I just told them. And they all looked at me like I was a crazy person. D-Rocks, thank you for 31 months. And I don't know if I should have not told them, basically. I don't know if I should have kept that to myself because they looked at me and then they had all these questions. I feel like I had to do an AMA after I said she'd never been to McDonald's. And then after that, she started talking about what her daughter eats at McDonald's. And she's like, well, she gets the chicken nuggets, but really she only eats the apples. And I'm like, now you're just lying. You're just lying to me. I was like, I'm not judging you and what you do to your daughter, I promise. I didn't say this, but that's what I kept thinking. And I told her, I probably shouldn't say, I said, so I'm a fat guy. I know I am, right? I ain't scared to say that. And so I said out loud without thinking, I was like, well, me and Crystal decided since we were both so fat, maybe we shouldn't let our daughter get fat too. The troop leader probably weighs like 500 pounds, y'all. And I shouldn't have said that. Because she's looked at me real weird after I said that, and I probably shouldn't have said that. Anyways. So we've agreed that I wasn't talking about her, though. I was talking about me. It's like how red people can say ginger, right? I can say I'm fat, and I could, you know. Did I say red people? God damn it. They're like Oompa Loompas, y'all. I am tired. That's true. So yeah. And then it got worse. Her husband came in. He didn't say nothing. I never met him before. He didn't say nothing to nobody. He went straight to the microwave and put a bag in it and he heated it up. And then he sat down on the couch right beside me and pulled a McRib out and started eating it. And it was like I was that seal in that meme. Everybody was just kind of looking at me like, what's he going to say next? I didn't say nothing. I didn't say a damn word. I just sat there real quiet. And she goes, You didn't bring me a Mac rib. He said, it's a McRib. He corrected her. And I had to like stifle every bit of laughter I've ever had in my entire life at that moment. Meanwhile, her mom is the bookkeeper. She does all the books, which I don't know how she does it. She is taking on such a job here doing this whole bookkeeping for these cookies because she's doing it all on paper. Thank you for them bits, Bone Man, Bone Dan. So when I came back to get more cookies, I needed to pay again. And so I come over, and this didn't happen the first time that she did all the paperwork. And I told her then, I said, I don't know how in the hell you do this. So I didn't say hell, but I don't know how you do this without a spreadsheet. Because I got all my cookies in a spreadsheet. Because, I mean, I need a spreadsheet to keep track of this many things. I'm like Armo with the Girl Scout cookies. And so I told her, I said, I don't know how you're doing all this spreadsheet. She's like, well, I ain't got no computer to do that. So she's doing everything on all that. She's got this huge notebook just filled with all of this stuff. She says she's been doing it for 33 years now. So they got their shit together at least. So I give her the other $340 I owed for the other cookies I had taken. She's smoking a cigarette the whole time. And I can't handle cigarette smoke. I don't like it. I mean, if you smoke, it's fine. Do whatever you gotta do. But I don't need it in my face. So I go and sit on the couch, and she's like, "Nuh-uh, you gotta come here and stand here while I count this. We gotta count together." And so I had to stand there while she smoked the cigarette in my face. She wasn't blowing it in my face, but you know how cigarette smoke is. It just attacks you. It's like, I don't know. It's something awful is what it is. So, yeah. So we counted my $340, and I got more cookies. I put them in the car, and then I stayed there for an hour and embarrassed myself so that my daughter could play with this little girl. Who seems like a very nice little girl, and they got along great, and they played with LOL dolls for an hour. Which LOL dolls, that's a whole other fucking story, man. The cookie boxes do smell like cigarette smoke. They absolutely do. In the morning, like it's like my mom's house. My mom's a cigarette smoker, and she'll give me presents for my daughter. They'll come in the mail. You open the box, and you think that she mailed her a carton of cigarettes. 'Cause that's what it smells like. It's just awful. And especially clothes. Like, I wish she would never buy my daughter clothes. I mean, I appreciate that she does it. It's great. But I have to wash them like 3 times to get the smell of cigarettes out of them. And if like you go visit and you stay at her house, same thing. You leave and you are now an ashtray. You come in a person, you leave an ashtray. But yeah, in the morning when I loaded up my first load of 185 or 200 boxes, I got in my car and I'm like, my car is an ashtray. What can you do? So yeah, LOL dolls. LOL dolls are the worst. The worst thing. Like, 2 cartons of cigarettes come smoked. Well, they still have a smell, Co. Co's defending the I almost said smigarette mokers. I stopped myself. I saved myself. From the migarette smokers or mokers, whatever. No, Co is transitioning to the thing that doesn't ruin everyone around you by vaping. Like, vaping is the savior of the non-smokers. I swear, it's the best thing ever. Like, I hope and pray that vaping isn't somehow worse for people. Like, I hope that like in 10 years it doesn't come out that fuck, we done really fucked up. We thought we were like getting less cancer, but really we've been like fucking, all our dicks just fell off this morning. And our vaginas now flap like Dumbo's ears or something. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I hope it doesn't, though. I hope everybody that has switched to vaping has, like, it lengthened their lifespan as a result. And that I hope that it doesn't come out that, like, somehow. I mean, I feel like it dissipates in such a way that it can never be as bad as secondhand smoke, right? So, yeah. I don't know, though. An open mic kills me soon. But for non-smokers, vaping has been the best thing, honestly. The world is a better place without cigarette smoke attacking you everywhere you go. God, I'm just so tired right now. I'm just so lost. No good. I think it's better. So anyways, LOL dolls. My daughter's been asking for these things. We went to McDonald's. We didn't do that. That's a lie. We went to Walmart the night before Black Friday. I don't remember why I was there, but I was there. But it wasn't Black Friday, but they were setting up for Black Friday. I needed something real bad because I didn't want to even be in there because they like had the fucking end caps for all the Black Friday shit, like blocking the aisles. It was just awful. Thank you for that gift sub to CoStar. I do appreciate it. I can't remember what I needed from Walmart, but I needed it bad. Anyways, she saw these LOL dolls. LOL dolls, there's a new trend in toys with kids. And they're all, honestly, they need to bring back micro machines. Where the fuck are a new string of micro machines? Where are they at? That's what I want to know. Like, how has this not happened? Nostalgia brings everything back. Where the fuck are the micro machines? Because every toy a little kid has, it has to meet two criteria. Every package needs to have a fucking random item in it that you can't just go out and say, I want to buy a little Mickey Mouse. Now, you can buy a little grab bag that might have a little Mickey Mouse in it. And on the back it'll tell you what your fucking percent chance is. It's a goddamn lottery. They're selling lottery tickets to children. Yeah, they're all loot boxes. Everything. The whole world, all toys are both very tiny and in a random bag. Everything. All toys. All toys. This year, they started selling Harry Potter wands, but you can't just buy, like 3 years ago, you could just buy, like, I want to buy Hermione's wand. I'll buy Hermione's wand. Give me Hermione's wand. Now you can buy a random chance to get Hermione's wand. What the fuck do you do the third Hermione's wand you open up? Shove it up your ass, I guess. No, you're not. This is not a random wand. If this was a random wand, like you can go to Harry Potter Land and you can get a random wand. My daughter went through the wand selection process and was given a wand that suited her based on the lore. But this is not a random wand. This is a character's wand. This wand has already chosen whatever wizard it belongs to. It belongs to Harry or Hermione or fucking whoever. So, yeah, this is not a random wand. This is someone else's wand. Anyways, so Shopkins is where I think Shopkins are to blame for this. Shopkins, I believe, is where this all started. I think Shopkins is the creation of the tiny toy loot boxes. I don't know if they're probably, someone's probably going to correct me before and through YouTube or somewhere about this, that there was probably some other toy that did this before. But fucking Shopkins are the ones that have made this market huge. And now every toy is ripping them off. Every toy is ripping them off. Like, it's just, every toy you're going to buy is some variation of a tiny little fucking thing in a tiny container of some sort. So, LOL dolls. There's something new. The new craze. Because it was fucking Hatchimals, which Hatchimals are the dumbest damn thing I've ever seen. The big ones, the first Hatchimal that came out, the big fucking egg that's this big, that is $50. $50 for this egg. And what comes out of it? A stuffed animal. A $50 stuffed animal. It hatches on its own, which I guess is cool, but that shit only happens once. It's like if you bought a baby alive, the ones that give birth or whatever. Well, the baby, you know what? They don't make babies that give birth. Take that one back. We'll roll the back of the tape. But let's say you bought the Barbie that gives birth. If it only did it once, that would be fucking stupid. You got to shove the baby back up in there and do it all over again. My daughter's got a little dog that shits them out over and over again. You just put them right back up in there, and here they come again. But the Hatchimal, it only does it once, and then you got a damn $50 stuffed animal. It doesn't hatch again. But LOL dolls, they come in these things that look like candy. They look like suckers or whatever. They come in a little fucking ball on top of a stick. And it's the worst toys ever. Ever. $50 experience, my asshole. And so I'm okay with these little toys, whatever. She's got a million little Shopkins or whatever. And some of them are pretty cool. I'm tired of playing with them sometimes or whatever. And now Hatchimals, now they've done Hatchimal has gotten better in terms of shit. Because they make little eggs. They're like this big, and you open up and you get a little tiny little toy, that little stuffed animal guy or whatever. Tamagotchi would be way better, Zephyr. Tamagotchi's okay. I have enjoyed my Tamagotchi back in the day. But yeah, Hatchimals are better now. But they still sell the big fucking ones. And my daughter, every year she asks for one, and she's gonna live through the disappointment of never watching that egg open, because there's no fucking way I'm dropping $50 on that. They had them at Costco this year, and they were on sale for $48. It's like, oh, $2. You've convinced me to fucking waste my money. Okay, I can't check. I can't click your link. Sorry, I can't. There's nothing I can do. I'm so sorry. I'm very tired, Kiwi. Very high. I seem high to you right now? High on what? Sleep deprivation? I'm sniffing because my nose has suddenly gotten stuffed up, so maybe I am getting sick. Anyways, these LOL dolls, this one that she opened up, so Santa got her some LOL dolls here. He put some in her stocking, because they're a good size for a stocking stuffer. And so yeah, I sound almost like I'm Trump trying to fucking talk right now, because I'm jumping all over the place here. But on Black Friday, they had LOL dolls out, the big ones, because they make big fucking LOL things that aren't on a stick. They're just a big goddamn ball. She wanted those. She saw it, and I was like, that's a Black Friday thing. And she's like, what's Black Friday? And I had to explain Black Friday to her. And she's like, let's do that. And I'm like, we're never doing that. So she didn't get to experience Black Friday. She's like, why can't we? I'm like, we might die. But this LOL pet thing she got, it's got a goddamn litter box that came with it. This tiny little ball. Inside the tiny little ball came with a little pet and a fucking litter box. And you know what's in the fucking litter box? Sand. There's real fucking sand in this litter box. That's a mess I was not ready for. I was not prepared to deal with that shit. It's not even real sand. It's like that play sand that kind of molds a little bit or whatever and gets stuck real good in your carpet. So yeah. It's a mess. It's just a mess. And the other doll, because she got two. Santa gave her two balls. Oh, fucking Santa, man. Anyways, gave her two LOL balls. And one of them was the pet one, and the other was a doll. And the doll, you can make her eyes and shit change color, but you know what you got to do that? You got to run her under the sink. So you got your kid in the bathroom playing in the goddamn sink all the time. That's the thing about her, the little puppy she got a little puppy last Christmas. That's what one of the things she'd asked Santa for last Christmas, the puppy that pops him out over and over again. And the little at least this one was okay because it came with a little dish, and you put cold water in it and you put hot water in it. So there's two different little sets of things to put water in, and it came with a little rag. And once the little puppies that come out the mom, you can rub their eyes with cold water and their eyes open up. But the LOL doll, it's not like that. It's not like you can just rub it real quick with some cold water and some fucking her eyes open up or whatever. One of her eyes turns into a star is what one of them does. And her panties turn pink. But you got to run it under that cold water for like 2 minutes before suddenly she's got pink underwear. Apparently, there's all kinds of different ones. And she asked my grandma to get her a Baby Alive doll. And she's been asking for this Baby Alive doll for years. And so I bought her one off of Amazon for my grandma to give to her. And this fucking doll will never shut up, ever. If a real kid was like this would solve the human condition because every parent would have fucking put that shit to sleep. But this doll that never shuts up about needing to be fed, and the moment you feed her, it fills her fucking head with water. You know what she does with that water? She cries it right out everywhere. Every fucking where. There's just water. It's almost like a fucking exorcism or something. There's just water. Just so much water. And if you don't let her cry all the water out, if you move her head a certain way, it fucking jostles the tub the inside of her head where the water's stored, and it literally pours from her fucking eye ducts. I hate this doll so much. There are ones that do start pissing. Hers has got a plug up in there. I guess they just use the same model. I didn't buy the piss doll, though. I was like, I don't need 2 fucking holes for the shit to come through. But there are the same Baby Alive dolls that'll piss and cry. Probably at the same time. But we didn't get that one. Oh yeah, there's a Baby Alive doll that shits too. There's a little mixture. You mix the food up, this like powdery shit. You mix it up and you shove it in her, and she shits it right out. Look up these Baby Alive dolls. They're alive, y'all. There is a unicorn that pees. Renee's daughter got one. Her dad, or not pees, poops. Her dad thinks pooping is the funniest thing. And I think it's an assault on Renee because she comes home with shit, literally, every week. It's just shit. Like, what did you bring back that shits today, little girl? But for Christmas, she got the unicorn that shits. And Renee was telling me that it doesn't just shit. It's like a 10-step process. It's the 10-step program for unicorn shit. She's like, you got to press this and do that and do this or whatever. She's got this damn fucking gun that just farts. It's a fart gun. And I hate this gun so much. If I'm ever alone in their house, it's going to disappear. They will never see this again, ever again. Because the kids like to just take it and put it right in my face. And it's like... It's just, sounded like kind of like Fat Albert right there, but it doesn't. It doesn't sound like Fat Albert normally. So yeah. There's a lot of fucked up toys. I don't think it's from Despicable Me. No, I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like the one in Despicable Me. This is just an assault on you is what it is. I heard somebody walking. Is that a Pokemon? Probably. Well, most of the toys she got for Christmas were okay. But those LOL dolls, I just wasn't prepared. I didn't know what I was getting. I'm so used to like the Shopkins, the Hatchimals, the normal tiny toys that come in from bags. But I wasn't prepared for the LOL dolls. But the reason why I bring up the LOL dolls is that's what my daughter and the girl from Girl Scouts played with yesterday. Apparently, She got this ball that's like this big fucking ball. And inside of this big fucking ball, there was 90 little balls. And I looked at the mom and I was like, that sounds like hell. That sounds like complete hell. I was like, I went through 2 balls and I'm fucking traumatized. I don't know how you did 90. She's like, oh, it was a 3-day process. I don't know how she did it. I don't know how much sand's in her house. I didn't want to judge about the McDonald's. I didn't want to. But when I got out of my car at the house after I'd pulled up, Chad looked like a little tiny boy. He's one of them red people. Y'all look at him. He's the red man I was talking about. There was... Wow. Can you believe he's done this? There was... I don't want... this will be the last time I ever talk about this because I feel a little bit bad. But I shit you not, there was 4 different McDonald's cup that had been like just ran over so many times they were just crushed into the ground. And I didn't count the number of chicken nugget things that were on the ground, but there was a lot. And so I do know there's a lot of McDonald's being eaten. But I don't know what they do for a living. I don't know how busy they are. I don't know anything about them. So I'm not trying to talk shit about these people. I just know that we just live different lives, so to speak. And it threw me off that at first they were going to give away gift cards to McDonald's to the kids. But after I won them, luckily they hadn't bought the gift cards yet. So they're going to get me some from somewhere else. So it's not a big deal. Well, that's the thing, Kimmy. I honestly thought about this last night. I sat around last night for a while thinking about what transpired yesterday. Because they're very nice people. We had a very good time hanging out. My daughter had a good time. I feel for the woman and her 90 little balls of LOL things, and who knows what she's had to go through. She's probably traumatized for life. But I don't remember what the rest of the sentence was. But yeah, they're nice. They're very nice people. What did Kimming say? Whatever Kimming said triggered what I was about to say, and now I've lost it completely. What was? Can you say your whole sentence again? Don't just the word McDonald's to me. Oh, scout trip. Right. I did think about that last night. I was sitting there thinking about, well, shit. Now if they were going to take my daughter and the whole troop out somewhere, my daughter's like the fucking bah humbug of the troop. Like, well, girls, we were going to have a treat at McDonald's, but this little girl's dad ain't going to allow it. Well, shit. She can have one Happy Meal in her life. It ain't going to kill her. But I don't know how to tell them that now. I'll probably fuck it up as bad as I did the other time. Immediate heart attack. We ain't done much Pokemons today. We've just been sitting around talking. We need to level up our men. Yeah, she was telling me about, they did a camp out last year, she said, and they were supposed to do hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill and stuff for the camp out. And I kept trying this again. My sentences are very fucked up here, but I kept trying to correct my shit after I done put my foot way down my fucking esophagus yesterday. And I was like, well, you know, for lunch we were at a grill and she had a hot dog and French fries. So she's fast food. It's fine. It's probably fine. Yeah, so they were telling me about they were gonna do a cookout at the house, but it rained for I don't know if hot dogs are fast food or not, but at this point I was trying to justify everything I'd already said and made it sound like I wasn't a total fucking asshole. I think hot dogs it's pretty close to fast food. And she had fries with her hot dog too. Like I said, we were selling at this little country store that's also a grill. I ate a hot dog too, and I really shouldn't because I'm probably gonna get gout now. So anyways, the camping thing, half the kids that said they were going to be there didn't. So there ended up only being like 5 kids that came. And it rained. And so she was like, and so she's like, so I was like, all right, well, let's just go into town and get something to eat. And I just really did expect this to be like, so we went to McDonald's. But she's like, we went to the buffet, the Chinese buffet. And I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, yeah, we eat there sometimes. I kept trying to like be a normal. I felt like I had come across like a pompous asshole, basically, is how I felt. Like some kind of fucking, I'm above it all. I didn't mean to. Buffets are evil, but yeah, you can go to a China buffet every once in a while. It's no better for you than McDonald's, though. That's the true truth. Yeah, it totally. I mean, it is. It's all about moderation. All of these things are 100% about moderation. Go away, Asian. Quail eggs are fine. I don't think it's honestly. I don't think the problem with McDonald's is even the calories. Most of the time, I think the biggest problem with McDonald's is the sodium level in all the foods. I did this last year with my daughter's kindergarten teacher too. Went in there for a parent-teacher conference, and my daughter had been telling me how, I think I probably talked about this in some video or something. But my daughter had been telling me how if they do good in class, they get Skittles at the end of the day, and I didn't like the sound of that. Is it Control O? Yeah, it is Control O. And so the first parent-teacher conference, I went in and I was like, so my daughter says they get Skittles at the end of the day. And in my mind, Jesus, hit that mic hard. In my mind, she was getting a damn little, like one of those mini packs of Skittles, you know, like you get like Halloween or whatever. Yeah, my daughter doesn't really get candy. She's allowed candy every once in a while, but not that all. Listen, me and Crystal were fat. Looking back at my high school pictures, I really wasn't that fat. I weighed 165 to 180 throughout high school, depending at the time. When I look back on it, man, if I weigh 165 now, I feel like I'd be like goddamn marathon ready. But I felt fat either way. It's one of those things. So anyways, I go into this parent-teacher conference, and I'm like, so you're giving out Skittles, and yeah. I've showed y'all pictures before. How tall am I? I'm 5'10". No, I mean 165. That's what I weighed in high school. I don't even weigh 265 now. Jesus Christ, C4. For fuck's sakes. I don't know. I don't think I've ever weighed 265. I may have whenever Crystal was pregnant. I got really damn fat. I look back at those pictures and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I didn't realize how fat I got. Where am I at now? I'm somewhere between like 245 and 250 every time I weigh myself. Like when I weighed myself last time with the doctor, I was 250. No way you are, Co. No fucking way you are. There's no goddamn way. You are taller than me, but I don't believe you. Unless you like ate a goddamn child since I last saw you. Oh, damn, you are a lot taller. I guess you are a lot taller. He's got some inches. It's all that dick. That's where all the weight's at. I weigh 240 at the marathon. Damn, you have eaten a child since then. Little tiny baby. Anyways, you got 5 inches on me? It's kind of small. And more pounds. Fuck, what was I talking about, though? Oh, yeah, Skittles. The Skittles. The Skittles. So she's like, yeah, we give them Skittles. I'm like, well, don't you think it'd be better if you gave them like stickers or like little erasers or like little tiny things like that? That'd be probably cool, right? And I was like, I'll even provide them. You know, I'll give you rolls and rolls of stickers and little erasers and shit like that. And she's like, well, we only give them 2 Skittles. And I was like, oh, okay. You can give her 2 Skittles. That's fine. You can give her 2 Skittles. I was like, you probably still shouldn't do it every day, but 2 Skittles is okay. I feel like I should have just not gone in that conversation. I wish I had known better. My daughter made it sound like a lot more than 2 Skittles, though. So. Two Skittles is a lot for a kid. Well, today, she had play date today with Renee's daughter, and so we were over there, and at supper, that's my cargo hat. Thank you for 15 months. They were both acting very hyper. I don't know what the hell had happened. Me and Renee had spent like an hour playing Magic, and they were just playing in her room. Jesus. And they're acting all. It is nice to have a friend. And yeah, so they're acting real hyper, and Renee's like, "Did y'all get some candy up there? Some candy hidden up there I don't know about?" And they just giggled and giggled. And before I'd gone to Walmart to get the Magic cards, they have in their living room, they have one of those little tiny candy dispenser things, like that you would in a store is one of the ones you put like a quarter in and spin it and get money, but you just spin it and you get a single M&M. And before I had left to go to Walmart, I saw them both get a single M&M out of there. And they're like, "It's okay." I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine. You can have your single M&M." And so anyways, they kept giggling or whatever about it, and then they were finally like, "Jason knows what we did." And I was like, "What the fuck? Don't put me in this." And I was like, "I don't know anything about anything. What do you mean I know?" And they're like, you said we could have the candy. And I was like, Renee looked at me like, "What?" And I'm like, "Hey, I was like, you can corroborate where I've been. You're my witness. I was down here with you playing Magic. What are they talking about?" And then finally it all came out that they had that one M&M earlier. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Y'all did have that one M&M. I remember. What do I use against Clefairy? Who am I fighting? Clefairy? It's a pure fairy type. Still poison. You can just say the name, because I don't know what any of these boys are. I know Pikachu's got lightning. That's about it. Pikachu's wearing this underwear right here. What movies you got? I can't really dance or anything. Hey, Babs. None of my Pokemon are still poison. Okay. Well, we'll just use Dino. How about that? He can Dragon Rage at him. It doesn't affect Clefairy. Anything but Dino. Okay, you're really no help. And all the things you could have said or done, you didn't say them. I can ask, Ko. But if you're selling underwear too, then how does it... Listen, I don't need the competition. No, I can ask. I can put you in contact with the guy. By my undies. What the fuck that do? I just made it rain. Me undies, no me undies, no me undies. Just everyone like get Justin in it too. Everyone's just like, no, get me undies. Maybe if we fucking do it right, they'll print our faces on them. I want to get some fucking sponsored underwear. HireUndies.com. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I think maybe Don Fan will be better. No, there's not more Pokemons. Oh, I fucked that fairy. I'm gonna go put my boys in the microwave. I didn't retweet your shit because it was bad, Manry. I retweet your good memes. I hacked this thing. Why does everyone keep coming to my house with their big ass fucking Pokemons and making everybody get all big and shit? Can't fight nothing because Chad's here with his big dick. I ain't fighting you. Go to fucking hell. No, won't do it. All your big dick Pokemons. He's got to have big Pokemons, right? I think I have one of these boys, don't I? Do I have this boy? I think I do. Oh, I did kill it. I remember that. I remember that happening. And let's try. I'll ask him once I can talk again. Oh, does it show if you have them? Oops. That's enough, Dino. Go, Wilson. Oops. Another level. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I was wondering how the fuck I know. I didn't do shit. He's gonna kill my Pikachu. Goddamn fucking bitch. Got him. Tell us more Girl Scout stories. I don't have a lot of Girl Scout stories. I think I told you. You got a lot of stories tonight. More than your average. More toy reviews. I was a Boy Scout for like a day, and I guess it was probably too much for my mom to do. I remember the only Scout meeting. I remember this vividly. The one Scout meeting I went to. Okay. All right. Well, why are these boys so fucking big? Who's the big dick swinging? Is he still here? Wow. Wow, Chad. Yeah, Ark isn't no. So I go to this went to this one meeting, and the scout leader says, I don't know what he was even talking about. He said, and you know what? After thinking back on this, I'm glad I didn't even join the Boy Scouts. He said, if I gave you $1 million, would you drink a cup of boiling water? And he called on each of us to answer. And all of us said yes. And he said, then you'd all be dead. That's the only thing I remember from Boy Scouts. I learned a lot from Boy Scouts. This lying motherfucker. This lying motherfucker right here. You guys, put your seatbelt on because I'm going to fucking let you know. This some bitch, he's one of them red people. And they lie. I don't have a fire Pokemon to use against him. He knocked that Dino out, y'all. Which Pokemon should I go against him with? Just a Don fan? What, use Magnitude? He's probably going to knock him out. Oh, that was a 9, too. I probably won't get another one off. No. Swan Lady now? What do I use against him? I don't know anything that the Swan Lady does. Use Aerial Ace. It's only attacking move. Okay. I can't use it again. That's not very great. What do these other things fucking do? If these don't attack, what do they do? I know this makes it rain. Roost just a hill. Well, that didn't do me no damn good. All the rest of my Pokemons are pretty little. Oh, he's definitely stream sniping. We all know that. But we knew he had a big boy to begin with because all these big fucking Pokemons were around. He's not stream sniping when he responds to what we're saying. Chad is the worst sort of person. He's like, kill Pikachu now. Alright, that was fun. This is why I don't duel people on the server, because it's a waste of time. Get out of my house right now. Fucking red person. Look at this boy. He's got a big old thing in his arms. Trying to level up my boys is what I'm really going for here. Jesus Christ, he hit hard. Okay, maybe I shouldn't use this guy against him. Let's try this guy. See if we can grab him since I don't have one of these. Throw my ball way over here. Wilson leveled up, Pikachu, Dino leveled up, everybody leveled up. I feel like you'll be joining the server soon, Ko. I mean, if you're not on the server, you basically don't create content, is what I've learned. Everyone's welcome, Ko. Everyone that makes at least one YouTube video or one stream. That's all it takes.
You're watching
Monkey Planet. Thank you for that Twitch Prime subscription. I like to make it seem easier to get on than it is, just because I think it's funny. But you're definitely you definitely meet the criteria to join, Ko. Justin's on. That made it sound like I was saying like if Justin's in here, fucking anybody can get in. But no, I mean for real. Like, look, Chad's on, Breon, Guude, Arcus. Bad for discussing criteria. I'm not already on the whitelist. You know, I didn't think you'd want to join, or I would have fucking asked you. I was surprised that Justin joined. I'm motherfucking Mr. Co's Quest. Wait, could you call it some form of Co's Quest if you do join? Like Co's Pokemon Quest and put Pokemon like real small. Pokemon. Co's Poke Quest. I'm not surprised Jordan joins. Jordan's in like several of our chats. We talked to Jordan. Even though he's clearly above us all in terms of views and cars that he drives. But Jordan's one of those people that is not an asshole, even though he has lots of views and nice cars. He's one of those real humans that doesn't get affected by these things somehow. Who's Jordan? Captain Sparkles. I remember we were at a restaurant. It was me and Jordan and Aurelian and a handful of other people. And we sit down. This is one of those moments where I say things like, I'm fat, so I don't want my daughter to be fat, so I don't feed her McDonald's. And I feel real dumb while I'm in a room with lots of people that eat McDonald's. But we're sitting there, and they bring out these little things. And they're like, enter to win $100,000 or some shit like that. And I'm like, fuck our luck. If we enter, the one that's going to win would be Jordan. He's like, why can't I win? I'm like, well, I mean, okay. I felt like a real asshole. Hey, Laura. How you doing? No, he wasn't holding the contest. Come on, Co. Follow along. I was just saying he's the one. And then I tried to, like, make it better, too. I was like, well, you got enough money? He's like, how much money is enough? I'm like, okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. And earlier that morning when we had breakfast, we were talking about flying first class. And then he turns to me and goes, you're the motherfucker that flew here first class. I didn't. And so that conversation was over. I was like, let's talk about something else.
You're watching
Did you all meet for dinner to eat him? After we were done roasting him, we just ate him. Big Mama, thank you for those 4 months. Did I miss 0? No, I think I did. If I did, thank you for 28 months. Jesus, it just flew away. See you, Jaden. You have a good night. Get out here. Fight like a real boy. This was back before he had bought his GT. Yeah, now he just drives his $500,000 car if he goes somewhere. God, one time we were waiting in line outside of this restaurant. And I had this gum in my mouth. As you do with gum. It'd be weird if I said something like, I had this gum in my butt cheeks. So I could have just said I had this gum. But I guess you need to know it'd been being chewed. So maybe saying it was in my mouth was okay. Anyway, side point. So I was chewing some gum. That's what I should have said. I was chewing some gum. Because you would have known at that point it was in my mouth. And I was done with the gum. But I wasn't going to like just put it on the sidewalk. I looked around and there wasn't a trash can anywhere. So as a car drove by, I threw it under their tire, which was, to me, a pretty cool thing because, like, I fucking got it under the tire, right? I could have swallowed it, Co. That's a good point. But then I would have been farting bubbles, and it would have been in between my ass cheeks before you know it. And fucking Jordan, this is the moment that I was surprised he ever talked to me again, the way he looked at me after that. Because I did the thing that offended him more than anything else I could have done. I could have literally slapped a child and he would have taken it way better than me throwing the gum under the tire of this car. Because I was like, he's like, did you just fucking throw gum under the tire of that car? And I was like, I thought I was cool because I had done it fast. Got it right under that tire. I was like, yeah, it's better than, getting under someone's shoe. And he's like, is it? That's the car's shoes. And I was like, but no one, gum, it's just going to wear off. It's not a big deal. First couple times you stop, it's just going to go off on the pavement. He's like, if some motherfucker put gum under my car's tires, I would fight them. He was so upset. He was just very angry, and he wasn't joking. He was very mad that I had disgraced this car. It wasn't even a nice It wasn't like it was Jordan's $500,000 car. I know I've seen his cars. I had been in the presence of his cars. I understood his cars. And the car that had drove by was not $1 million car, but to him it didn't matter. And he bought a normal car. Just a normal vehicle. And he threw cover about to increase the value. I remember he was like his like day-to-day car, and he talked about that like it was just as important. So to him, cars are people too, basically, I think. It's like a shitty Volkswagen. He bought anti-gum tires after that. How do you play this game? You wait for chat to tell you what to press. This is Twitch Plays Pokemon, everybody. What the fuck is this shit? Oh, I did that, actually. That's fine. This is fine. I kind of miss going to conventions sometimes. Because that's where I did cool things like throw gum under tires. Is this still that level 50 boy? I can't see because the way he's designed is poor. What the fuck are you? Oh, you're like one of those cool, like, orchid mantises that look like an orchid, but really they eat your face. Check out one of your tenants and have a MeUndies convention. I will not come to PAX South. Is it this weekend? Everyone I see is already flying. It's Sunday right now. Is it over? Did they finish it? Did you get hard on in a Porsche? I have had a hard on in a Porsche before. That's definitely a thing. That's probably what you're referencing. Starts on Friday. Why are people already flying there? Did they not have a PAX map? You can see my Tesla. I canceled my Tesla order. Put gum under it. Hey, I can't fly first class anymore either. I got upgraded for free, y'all. Because I flew enough. I don't fly enough anymore. They don't treat me like they even know me. Because they don't. Spit gum under me, daddy. Nah, I decided that I'd wait longer for a self-driving car. I looked at like where closest charge stations were outside of my house and stuff like that. It just didn't make sense, honestly. Yeah, you charge at your house, but do you never leave your house? You ever go anywhere? Because the places I go, if I went very far, then what do I do? Do I carry around a goddamn extension cord with me? Go around begging people? It's like back in the day when you come to the door, can I use your phone? I've ran out of gas. What do you do when there's no charge stations anywhere near you and you need to go places? I know they go pretty far. It's like 300 miles or some shit like that. 325, I think. Not near me, they don't go. Have you forgot? Remember? This is that point where you're in the story where you tell me I need to move. Hey, Ko, I want to tell you a story. It's a short story. It's called Ko Lives in Phoenix. Chapter 1. Ko has dogs. Bark, bark. The end. Dogs for sale, y'all. He's gonna buy a Tesla. All these boys out here are so big. I feel like I went on the playground and it's my first day in middle school and everyone's so much older than me. Should be a novel writer. I think it'd be fun to write a novel. But that's also the end of my story. Hey, Code, dox yourself. What's your actual address, please? No, I have literally never seen a charger in real life. Like, in my state, I should say. You know what? Hey, Matt, think of his bits. You know, I would think that, like, all the new sheets, they built 3 new sheets near me. There's so many sheets. I feel like Sheets is the new Starbucks or something. I don't even know. But no, there's no charger at Whole Foods. My Whole Foods was built whenever, it was probably built by slave labor. That's how old it is. But they built so many sheets, and I can't believe none of them have electric chargers. I'm shocked. Yeah, I'm sure if I like went into Raleigh, there would be some chargers in Raleigh. But that's like somewhere I don't go. Yeah, I don't know. How long does it take the car to charge? I know that if you have one of the fast chargers, it's not that bad. It's more than 15 minutes. 2 hours. Yeah, that sounds right. Charlotte. You know how far away Charlotte is from me? That's a 4-hour drive. I'm gonna drive 4 hours to charge my car. I heard it was 2 hours too. Chad Bonneau, though, he's got one. Chad's a shill, though. He's lying for big corporations. Aberdeen. Damn, dude, that's far away, too. You know what I like to show for? And you know what everybody needs? Underwear. If you need some underwear, please go to meundies.com/Guude and get you a pair of underwear. I don't have a garage, for one thing, Chad. I don't have a garage. I have an outside. The outside is my garage. So that was one of the first things. I put in an order for a Tesla, and I just got an outside. You know how they say the world is your oyster? The world is my garage. And so everything I looked in said that they're best if you have like an indoor place to put the charging station. The world is my parking lot. Honestly, the main reason why I canceled is because they kept telling me it was going to be even longer before I got it. And I got tired of waiting and dealing with that. Yeah, the Model 3. Like, from the time they originally told me I was going to get it to the last time they told me I get it, a whole full year had passed. And I was like, nah, never mind. I'd like my $1,000 back, please. I don't like how any of them look. I don't like how any of the Teslas look. Have you seen their headlights? The most not round headlights I've ever seen in my life. I think Teslas are fucking ugly. Fight me. Hey, they give some to Arcus. Thank you for that. You need round. I do. That's a requirement. I'm gonna tell you a story. I probably shouldn't. I did. I almost told it the other day when me and Jeff recorded, and I decided not to. But I told Jeff all in between. The Elise one. I've told you in Discord, so you've already heard this story, Emily. This is not a new story for you. So if you guys are subscribed to me, I don't know what the URL is for that. I was gonna whisper it, but I don't actually know. Subscribe to me if you want to. If you want to get special behind the scene stories in the Discord. That's really all. You gotta join the Discord too. Just subscribing isn't enough. You gotta take the next step too. Anyways, so I met this person on the internet. It's been a couple weeks, maybe a month even. And we met once, and she seemed nice. We chatted a lot. We got along well. We talked about a lot of things. We did a lot of talking. We do talk about a lot of things in Discord too. Probably more things than we should sometimes. And so we met. I had tea. She had coffee. It was fine. Twisted Canadian, subscribing for them stories. A double team. That's where this story's going. What the fuck what do I do? I do anything with this? Do I take anything from this? Do I do something? Don't. You don't want double team. Okay. All right. Yep. I'll give up. All right. So we talked about politics, talked about religion, talked about things that you're scared to talk about. Because you normally find that moment where you never want to talk to that person ever again. But we had made it through all those talks, and things were okay. And so we met, hung out, and that was good. When we talked about religion, she told me that she was an atheist, and I was like, well, it's not religion doesn't play a big role in my life either. So, so that worked out. And then after we met, she tells me that, and she was even an age, I think, that Emily would have approved of. She's 29, so I think that's in the limit that Emily allows me to date. But so well, something got deleted. Oh, whatever you did, don't do it again. Emily, get you. So she told me that her and her last boyfriend had dated for like 5 years, and it ended because he decided that he'd said he wanted to have kids, and then he decided he didn't. And so she said they had to break up, and so she said, you know, so if we're gonna date, you gotta want to have kids. And I was like, well, I mean, that's one date. I'm not having kids right now. That's for sure. I was like, you know, there was a time when I'd wanted more than one kid, but can't really answer that right now. That's for sure. I was like, I'd have to know someone several years before I'd be able to be like, all right, let's fucking make another one of us. And she's like, oh yeah, I wasn't meaning like right now, but like, you know, if like 2 years from now you tell me there's no chance we're having any kids, then this wasn't on the first day. This after, but we had talked about so many things that it didn't even seem weird that she was like bringing this up. She was just like, here's the list of things that are fucking, you know, killers. These are the things that, you know, let's go ahead and get this list out of the way because everything else seems all right. So let's just go down our checklist. Yeah, adults get straight to the point when dating. Listen, we're dying fast, y'all. This isn't like high school anymore. You got years to fuck up. We're running out of time to fuck up. We got to get the fucking. So, anyways, so we're talking later in the night after we had seen each other, and I was like, you know, so with kids, she's like, yeah, you know, I just want to make sure that you're cool with this. I know, you know, we're both atheists, but if we decide to have kids at some point, they need to be raised Jewish. And I was like, Jewish? I thought you were an atheist. She's like, oh, I am, but Jewish is big heritage, part of my family heritage. And I was like, huh? I was like, so what is that? What does that mean exactly? And she's like, you know, the Jewish tradition has been a big part of my life and everything. And I was like, okay, so you're Jewish. She's like, yeah, but you know, they don't have to believe in terms of a religion, but traditions and stuff like that, that'd be important. I was like, huh? I was like, well, I've read the Bible and I've read other religious texts, but I really don't know that much about the Jewish religion or traditions. I was like, you know, once we get past the dreidel, that's really, and the little beanie hat thing, that's about as far as it goes. And she thought that was funny. And I was like, so like, what about Christmas? I was like, what about Santa and like Christmas tree and those sort of things? She's like, well, I understand, you know, you have a daughter and you've had traditions and everything. So if, you know, some of your family members want to have a Christmas tree, we could go to their house and, you know, do the Christmas traditional things at their house with their tree. But no house I live in with my child can have a Christmas tree. And I said, all right, well, it was nice talking to you. Oh, yeah, and also there's no Santa. I was like, yeah, no, good luck, goodbye. And that was that. Yep. I sent the whole, if you're in the Discord, you can see her whole message. It was much longer. If someone wants to bring it here, you feel free. I posted the whole message in Discord that she said. But it was much longer than just that. But I did. My response was very short, and it was, okay, I'm out. It wasn't in, it was in text, yes. This wasn't during the date. No, we had gone home for the night. We'd had our kid and left. Thank you, Lapis. Or thank you, Wolfman, for subbing Lapis. Thank you. Do I remember when? It's been a few days. Yeah, this was during sex, and we were about to make the baby, and I just pulled out and left. I haven't seen the new Tesla model, but since I'm recording this, I can't click on that. How do you get your emblem in the bits? Is this a sex question? It's got round headlights. Does it really? Is this true truth? What? I'll have to look into this. Oh, the GLM and the bit jar. Those are people that subscribed. So it's that's what the icon looks like. Wow. They must have, I've met Elon. He probably watches some of my videos since so he probably heard me talking about it. That's the message? Okay, everybody, if you want to read her whole message, there's what she said. And that was the last thing she ever said to me. Other than, okay, I understand you're not the first, was her response. So I'm not the first guy to be like, I'll never speak to you again, you Santa hating bitch. That was what's so weird, because we had talked about religion and the whole Jewish thing didn't come up at all. And this was the first inclination of the Jewish thing. I feel like Guude's response is just a made-up thing that LabTech has created. It's the Navy SEALs. Okay, good. That's good. I just can't imagine. I mean, whatever. She's got her standards, and that's good that she gets these things out of the way. Again, this is just like Co said. When you're adults, you got a checklist. You go through this shit real fast, and you can move on to the next guy or girl. So yeah, if you find someone that loves you, just fucking hang on tight and don't fuck that up, because it gets harder as you get older. God damn, what was the rest of my sentence? I've lost it. It's going from my head forever. I'm just kidding, Emily. I mean, it is harder whenever you have someone like Emily that every time you start dating someone, she does this whole goddamn background check and checks on their age and all kinds of stuff like that. It's rough. It's hard. So I got introduced to this girl, and she seemed real nice. We haven't talked a lot. She just she's been gone for a week to Florida because she had a vacation planned. But we talked for a bit. I didn't meet her in the standard ways. I didn't swipe on her in any direction or find her on some website where she was a picture and a list of words about her. We were introduced by friends, and I think it was one of those things. Sorry, I stole your girl, Guude. She's with me right now. She's back. She got back yesterday, actually. But I feel like I shouldn't talk to her after Emily banned me from speaking to her. Anyways, so I didn't even ask her age. I think her friend did this thing where, you like video games? I know someone who like video games. You both should make babies. Anyways, she's not 20. She's 23. All right. Anyways, she's 11. So yeah, Boy, Emily fucking tore me a new one. Younger than me, good. I wouldn't date you anyways, Emily. You're damn fucking bah humbug. Right? Honestly, Babs, whenever we talked about this about Discord, they were like, you can't be like Justin. I was like, you fucking assholes. I can't believe you've done this. Though, to be fair, this is my fault. I tried to use you as my defense. I was like, what about Babs and Justin? This is bullshit, y'all. And it didn't work as my defense. I don't think age is that big of a deal as long as you have shit in common. As long as they're not a child. And I'm 37. So, like, obviously Babs and Justin should be together. Anyone that says they shouldn't is a fucking asshole. Like, they have there are things that work. It doesn't matter about I know it's old. I'm old, okay? But no, I mean, the more I've talked to this girl, she's definitely not my type at all. I think she might be a whore. Or wait, no, whores get paid. I think she might be a slut. We don't slut shame people? Okay. I mean, good for her for being a slut. I just don't want to catch anything. Cool for Kurt to get 800 subscribers. I'll never have that many. He considers to be a slut for you and you're golden. No, some of the things she sends over Snapchat I could do without. Can I send you a PixelMon link? You can, but don't send it here because I can't do anything with it in chat right now since I'm recording this for YouTube. So send it, like, DM it to me on Twitter or something. Slip it into them DMs. I don't even know what the fuck a dust stone is. Who's the slut now? I'm a Pixelmon slut, apparently. Because I'm not asking for anything, but... So ground probably doesn't work against this boy. Maybe Thunderfang? God, he's just beating on me. He hurt himself in confusion. Okay. Alright. Maybe we'll switch to something else. Maybe Swan Lady. Do something. Swan Lady get beat up. Maybe Dino can do it. Can you do it, Dino? Maybe be a dragon. Can you hurt this motherfucker? Is it possible? I don't think anything works against this boy. All I do is beat myself up. This guy's like that fucking kid in school. Why do you keep hitting yourself? Why do you keep hitting yourself? Why do you keep hitting yourself? Well, that doesn't fucking work. He's gonna kill Pikachu immediately. Just immediately. Pikachu dead. Let's just fucking run. I couldn't escape. Alright, can I leave now? Can't escape. He's dead too. Can I leave yet? No. Well, just kill them all, please. Can I run yet? No. Well, soon they'll all be dead. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. I ain't got time for this. I don't even see who the fuck attacked me. I like clicking in this game. So I've been fuck the stupid game. I've been listening to this book with my daughter. The Villain Tales. They're Disney stories. But it's the story of Snow White's mom. Oh, Jesus, boy, son. Got him. Snow White's mom, Beast story. I can't do that. Ursula story. Maleficent story. And then the story of the mother who trapped away Rapunzel. Yeah, I know that Skypost. Yes, Beast was a villain. Have you ever watched Beauty and the Beast? Or read the book or anything? He was a real asshole. You remember him being a real asshole? He married the princess in the end. Yes. But he was an asshole at the start. Well, Gaston's story is also told during this. Gaston and what would you love to trade, Unruly Babs? I'd say your full name. Hey, think of those bits, Jake. Oh, this boy. Okay, I'm gonna catch him all. Oh, I'm gonna try. He's fucking about to cast Hadouken at me. I captured him. And they're really good. So like all these stories are like intertwined. So you know the three witches from the Hercules movie? Well, they have a little sister named Circe, and Circe was engaged to the Beast originally. But the three witches, they are the niece of the king who married Snow White's mom. So Snow White's mom was yes, go on YouTube. Snow White's mom was so Snow White's birth mother died. I think everyone knew that. Oh, this Clefairy's a big boy. And I don't remember who you should use against Clefairy. Yeah, the Fates. The three witches from... yes, I mean the Fates. So Snow White's mom, her birth mother, dies, and the maker of mirrors has a daughter, and the king rides through town and sees the daughter at the well and falls in love with her. And the maker of mirrors spends his whole life telling his daughter what an ugly, worthless piece of shit she is, and so she finds a hard time even believing that the king's in love with her. So eventually he dies, and whenever he does, he goes into the mirror. He had done a trade with the three witches. They're called the Odd Witches. He'd done a trade with them early on, and part of the deal was they get his soul and they trap it in the mirror. So then she marries the king and goes and lives in the castle, and she treats Snow White like an angel. Just you know, doesn't do anything wrong to her. Treats her great. I feel like I beat him with that before, but I guess not. Let's try something else. Okay, well, this is canon lore. Everything I'm saying is canon. This is all straight from Disney. So you can take what I'm telling you as canon. So anyways, the witches come to visit. Disney did make these stories. Disney paid Serena Valentino to make these stories. And they approved them. So anyways, back to what I'm saying before I was rudely interrupted. I'm just kidding. You're gonna kill Pikachu, aren't you? You fucking Clefairy. I don't know what to use against Clefairy, and none of you are telling me. Still in poison. That's no. I don't have that. All right, let's just fucking walk away from Clefairy. You're big, anyways. So anyways, the three witches come and visit, and they constantly taunt Snow White and keep talking about like chopping her up and putting her in a stew and all this stuff, and just taunt her. And Grimhilda, that's the Maker of Mirrors' daughter, the new wife, the stepmother to Snow White. Grimhilda doesn't believe this. She's like, you must have misheard, or that you must have misunderstood what they're saying. There's no reason they would treat you like this. They're your relatives or whatever. And so she catches them doing it, and she basically like kicks them out of the kingdom, tells them to never return. And they ask her at that point, they're like, how do you feel about Snow White's beauty and all this? Like, do you feel like, you can never live up to her beauty and all this stuff? And she's like, that's stupid. So they send her this mirror that was, she gets given a mirror by her husband, and it's one of the mirrors that her dad had made, which is the mirror that he's trapped in, which is the mirror that, eventually the whole mirror on the wall or whatever. But it takes like many years for her to get to that point, and it's all from like interference from the Odd Witches. So eventually we get to the point where she fucking loses her mind over Snow White passing her in beauty, and the story that you all know. But basically none of that would have happened without the Odd Witches interfering, basically. So then you go to the next book, which is the Tale of the Beast, and the Beast is engaged to marry Cersei, which is the young sister from the Odd Witches. So they have a little sister named Cersei, and she's engaged to the Beast. Then then he's a fucking asshole, as he is. And he finds out that like they pretend that she's the daughter of like a pig farmer, and Gaston's his best friend. Gaston actually saves Beast's life when they're a child because they play together because Gaston's dad is the gameskeeper for the kingdom. We have the Grimm Brothers tell books, actually, Augie. Anyways, I just put chocolate in my mouth and I shouldn't have. So after Gaston takes him to see that Cersei is actually just the daughter of a pig farmer. He's like, you know, I can't be seen with the daughter of a pig farmer. You're like, don't ever speak to me again, basically. Shaken down by Disney. This boy, get a life. So Cersei is the witch that comes to him, and the Odd Sisters put the curse on him. So that's where the beast's curse comes from, is from them as a result of how he treated Cersei. So you know he knows that he has to you know, he knows about the rose and all this, but he doesn't believe any of that. He doesn't think any of that's really going to happen. He's convinced that, you know, that there really wasn't a curse. He thinks he's kind of dreamed it all, or it was all just poppycock, whatever. So he doesn't really, you know, think much of it. Until shit starts hitting the fan. He starts actually turning into a beast. He almost kills Gaston. Like, him and Gaston go on like a bunch of hunting trips all the time, and he almost kills Gaston as he's like transforming into this beast slowly. His use the pelvic grow. Oh yeah, I guess I could. Anyways, his people start disappearing and stuff like that. So he finally realizes that the curse is real. So he right before he had realized the curse was real, Gaston convinced him that he needed to get over Cersei and find a real woman. So he hosts this big ball or whatever, and he meets God, what's her first name? Something Morningstar. I can't remember her first name right now. There's not a point to this. I'm just telling you the fucking story. It's really good. Everyone should fucking read or listen to these. And everyone should like Disney. No, Gaston is not misunderstood. He's certainly not. He dies. He still dies. So he meets this Morningstar lady. She's a princess or whatever. And after he'd already met her, that's when he realizes that I have not read Sandman by Neil Gaiman. He realizes shit's real, and he's having a hard time controlling his anger because he's becoming the beast. So even though he's always been an asshole, he's more of an asshole now. He's like quote number 1 from me. Or quote 0, whatever. Pikachu has grown to level 25. That quote. So he's convinced he has to get. Is there maybe Twilight Morningstar? No, that doesn't seem right. Oh, this is awful. He realizes he needs to get her to fall in love with him. And because he wants to remove this curse or whatever. Look at this boy. Arcus not alive. Wow, Arcus. Wow. He's not even live, the fucker. He's good at naming his Pokemon. So anyways, the Morningstar girl's got a nanny that becomes like super important in the story later on, but all throughout the first book, she's just Tulip, that's her name. Fuck, thank you. Tulip's just got this nanny always there, and he goes out on this one date with Tulip, and basically things get worse afterwards. So he accuses her of never loving him and kicks him out of the castle, and they must go away. Oh, this, whatever is happening right now is not actually happening. Sorry, laptop. You can get that some other time. But media's not on. This is going to YouTube. I guess it got left on. I just could have swore I checked this before I started the stream. Huh. Yeah, it was on. Fucking, it's been a cache page I was seeing or something. That's weird. That he was gonna play, I believe, the Book of Mormon by Andrew Renalis. I wish Arcus would get a life. That's what I wish for right now. So then we go into the actual Beast story where he meets Belle and all this. It's slightly different because he can't really see his servants anymore. Like, he sees the castle differently than you see it in the movie. He doesn't see it the same way that we do, or that Belle sees it. But the witches come by and they constantly taunt him, and they're constantly doing things like whenever Belle goes out and the wolves attack her, it's actually the witches that send the wolves, and then they realize they fucked up because like they never would have fallen in love if he hadn't saved her from the wolves. He was like he'd gone into a rage at her leaving, and he was going to go kill Belle at that point. Yeah. So yeah, then the rest of the story that we all know basically happens. There are, like I said, there are bits and pieces. What is this? What is wrong with you, Arcus? Go away. How is this me? A duck with a green. What the fuck is that thing? But yeah, Belle ends up marrying him. But then Cersei's super pissed because she didn't realize how far the witches had gone. Her sisters had gone, and they didn't realize how much they'd fucked up Tulip's life. So she leaves. She gets super pissed with the sisters, and she leaves. She finds out the sisters have stolen Ursula's necklace, and so she goes to see Tulip and try to fix what had happened with her. But meanwhile, Tulip has made an agreement with Ursula and given Ursula... I'm not fighting Sex Cop. Fuck Sex Cop, y'all. I ain't doing it. So Tulip had made an agreement with Ursula, and she's given away her beauty and her voice to Ursula. But Cersei makes her give it back. And then Cersei just disappears. Yeah, Ursula from Mermaid. And so then Cersei disappears, and meanwhile Cersei had also enchanted Tulip's castle to have to bring lots of suitors in. But I guess it she was gonna watch it and make sure it didn't go wrong. Why is it weird? These are all Disney stories. They're all intertwined, Chad. So the witches are super upset because they've lost their daughter, or their little sister, and they're trying to figure out what happened to her, and they can't find her in any of the spells they're doing to figure out where she's at. So Ursula has asked them to help with the Little Mermaid, because Ursula was supposed to rule the seas with Triton because they're brother and sister. And Triton had tried to have her killed whenever they were Cersei's a more powerful witch than her sisters, actually. So she had done things to prevent them from being able to use scries and stuff to find her. So anyways, so they send their cat. Well, their cat Flans was upset about all this. He'd been at, like, he's in the Beauty and the Beast movie too, but he had left to go try to figure out what happened to Cersei. So he went to Morningstar Castle, and Tulip was like, "Let's keep him." Well, he's a magic cat, and come to find out, Nanny was actually the fairy godmother's sister, but she had lost all her memories after something had happened. So she didn't even realize that she was fairy godmother's sister. She was actually like, her real name is the One of Legends or whatever in the story. And because of some other stuff that had happened. I don't know how much this I should tell, because if you guys want to listen to it, I'm probably spoiling a lot of it. So I'm probably going to stop here. But it's really good. If you like Disney, I highly recommend that you listen to these books or read these books. You have to read them in order, though. It is like a soap opera. It's the Villain Tales. There's 5 books so far. The first one is... it is on Audible, Chad. The first 3 books... Though, Chad, if you got an Audible credit, use it on version control. Version control. Do that one first. Version control is the best book I've listened to. I don't even know how long it's been. It's amazing. But the first 3 books is actually in one audio, so it's only 1 credit to get the first 3 books. You know what I hate? I hate that whenever we did Audible ads, for one thing, I never ever knew that... God damn it, Nevers. That's not the book that the respawning happens in. That's the first 5 lives of Harry something. Anyways. What the fuck was I saying? It's almost as good as your MeUndies still. Yeah, no, I hated that. For one thing, whenever we did those Audible ads, I didn't ever use Audible. And now I can talk about Audible until you're fucking tired of listening about Audible. Cause like I do the $2 a month. So and hell, last month I bought 6 extra credits because I needed just more audio. I listened to, let's see how many hours last month in Audible. They still do sponsorships. I'm not one of those boys that they sponsor. Let's see. Last month, December, I did 76 hours of Audible. The month before that was 96. The month before that was 64. Anyways, I listen to a lot of audiobooks. Yes, Version Control novel by Dexter Palmer. It is amazing. It's about, I'm going to be very vague. It's about a guy that's building a time machine, kinda. So yeah. But it's like about his wife and how they got where they are, and it's about like race relations, it's about autonomous cars, it's about a lot of things in this one book, and like it just keeps getting better and better, and like everything it's about is amazing. And that is all. No spoilerinos. Yes, the Villains Collection. That's the first 3 books. And that's very good too. Man, if you want some fucking audio recommendations, let me tell you. Hold on. Like I said, Version Control was. Have you started? You know how they do Audible originals now, Chad? Have you gotten those? Your 2 of those every month? Yeah, they are shorter. The Tell Maleficent is 6 hours, and then the Tell Mother Who Knows Best, that one's 8 hours. So I mean the books are like their target audience are like 16-year-olds or something like that. Oh, you haven't seen this? Yeah, every month you get 2 books that are Audible originals. And there's a lot of them that are really good. Some of them are really short. But like last month I got Alien out of the shower. It's the behind the scenes tell of Alien. But it's an alien story. It was really good. Oh. 3 more books you should get. The first one is this the first one? This one's done by a full cast, which this is my first time having a full cast book, and I don't have a code thing for Audible. I don't actually. I wish I did, because I'm just doing this. This ad is for free. Oh man, The Fireman is really good. This one's by Joe Hill. Not howdy y'all, Joe Hill's here. But anyways, but I would higher than that. I would recommend Sleeping Giants. It's a three book series. The first one is Sleeping Giants. The second one is Waking Gods, and the third one is Only Human. And it's about these aliens have left behind. Can you only choose the ones they give you? Oh yeah, for the 2 books. Yeah, there's only like 6 options each month. I normally get 1 kid's book and 1 adult book. But they've all been really good. But there's only like 6 to choose from each month. But they're all only on Audible, basically. There's 2 books by Joe Hills I'd recommend. One of them is The Fireman, and the other one is Nosferatu. But it's spelled where it's like NOS4A2. And the cool thing about those, for me, this is not going to appeal to anyone else but me, is I kept thinking, whoever's reading these books sounds fucking awesome. Like, I'm loving her voice and, like, the voices she does for the characters. And, like, I'm really loving it. And I started looking to see, I was like, what else has this Kate Mulgrew woman read? And when I click on her name on Audible, it pulls up her autobiography. And I'm like, wait, that's fucking Catherine Janeway. And the woman from Orange is the New Black, which is like, I mean, she's my favorite captain. I didn't know her name. So, anyways, favorite Star Trek captain. Honestly, with her being in Orange is the New Black, I can't believe. I mean, I didn't even recognize her at first. She looked so much different than she did when she played Janeway. Yeah, I don't know actors' names. I just don't. Like, it's not a thing I don't really pay attention to. And so I did not realize who Kate Mulgrew was until I was like, oh, wow. But yeah, she does both those books by Joe Hill that I just mentioned, and she does a fantastic job. I didn't know she read audiobooks. Michael C. Hall just recently reread Pet Sematary. I think it's weird when they have someone new reread something they already got. Like, there's plenty of books out there to be read while we rereading shit. Joe Hill knows Kate Mulgrew. To me, best audiobook reader of all time is Frank Mueller. Like, so they own the copyright, really? I never thought about that, but okay, now that makes sense. Yeah, well, yeah, huh? Pet Sematary just got reread by Michael C. Hall, and I wanted to get it because I'm a big Michael C. Hall fan. What was I saying? I don't know. Oh, yeah, Stephen Fry's good too, but still, for me, Frank Mueller still tops it. He reads most of if the book is in public domain, I'll say. Well, Pet Sematary shouldn't be in public domain. But he reads most of the Dark Tower series, and then like book 5 or so, it's by someone else is reading it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Where the fuck's Frank Mueller? I'm so used to he's done all these voices. What the fuck? Who is this new person? Why are they not reading the story to me any longer? And shut up, Chad. Spoiler alert. I'm the teller of the stories. No, that story's ruined. So I kept thinking. So I looked it up, and I didn't look it up very hard. I am out of drink. But basically, it was like, oh, he got in a motorcycle accident, and it was like right after his son was born. I was like, oh, that's sad. I hope he's doing all right. And it was like after that, he went to a hospital. They moved to North Carolina because it's the best place for the type of accident he was in, and the doctors that he needs to help him get better after his motorcycle accident. So I was like, man, I hope he gets better, and I hope he comes back and reads these books again afterwards. Or if not, hopefully he gets back to reading books. I want to listen to more books read by Frank. So I finished the Dark Tower series. Will be free. Thank you for that subscription. And I get through the whole series, and I'm like, I wonder how Frank's doing. Well, Frank died, as Chad ruined for everyone. And I didn't realize that. I kept thinking, someday Frank's going to come back and he's going to read to me again. Yeah, he got in that motorcycle accident, and he's going on this long trip. Chad killed the story like he killed Minecraft. Yeah, his son had just been born, and every year he went on these motorcycle trips with his friends, and his wife just had the kid. He left to go on a motorcycle trip, and he gets hit by an 18-wheeler and fucked his head up real bad. The proceeds to every book read by him in the Dark Tower series actually go to like the Frank Mueller Fund, to help people with similar problems. All right, well, good game. Good game. Hey, when this happens. Yeah, Chad's no good with foreplay. You start telling if Chad knew all my stories earlier, I would have started telling y'all the story about the one woman. He'd be like, she didn't like Santa. Damn, Chad. Oh, this is the name of the Pokemon that we're seeing. You got to watch the VOD if y'all don't know what I'm talking about. That story's been told already. Can't tell it again. See you later. And it's got 4 books. I don't know how you have 5 credits, Chad. Like 2 is not enough for me every month. And that's even with the 2 new Audible originals. Oh, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. He knows the price. I try to get very long books as well. Like whenever Chad mentioned that one book being like 3 books being 12 hours, that is very short. I prefer the longer the book, the better, honestly. It's probably why I liked Under the Dome so much. Needed like a fucking little suitcase on wheels to bring it anywhere. But at this point, I'm like audio only for the most part. I haven't quite finished the Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children's series yet. Read Lucifer? Heard of it. That's the tiniest little Machop. I want him. Damn, he fucking hit my boy hard. Jesus Christ, boy. Slow your roll. Okay, not hitting him quite as hard. If you like post-apocalypse, get it's about Joe Hill's. I mentioned it a minute ago. The Fireman. That's also read by Kate Mulgrew. Bonde. Bits. It's about just like real short. It's about a disease that starts breaking out that makes people burst into flames, basically. But it's about so much more. So he's got a rock type. What do I use against a rock type? Wilson. He hit Wilson real hard, Joe. Wilson's dead. Do I take Spark? I don't have any items to heal with. I know how to do that. Power is 40. I don't know what that means. I'll do what you said. Alright, now who's got Rhyhorn? What do I do? Wilson's dead, yo. I don't think I'm going to get an attack off. Oh, I did get an attack off. Never mind. That's good. Oh, Wilson dead. Now we'll... Iran. Rapid spin was not the correct answer. What just happened? He made my Donphan leave. Rog and roller. Rock and roll. Oh, got me some Poké Dollars. When's Dino evolve? You gonna say it's like 50 or some shit like that? Cool. See, here's the thing, Jake Alien. I have a Pokemon chart. And I like to refer to it as Twitch chat. The problem with that is what? You tell me. Cocoa Puff! You don't always wait for us. I wait for you when it's important. Oh, yeah, that makes total sense, Cocoa Puff. Thank you for subbing now. I do appreciate it. This is Twitch Plays Pokemon. Level 40. Beat me up, Daddy. I thought he might attack before I did, so I didn't know if my Mega Drain would get something. I understand the concept of it not healing if I'm at full health. I don't have you. Well, I still don't have you. All right. I'm just trying to level Dino. I'm trying to level him. Haven't you noticed by the 9,000th time I've done this that I do the same thing every time? I throw out Pikachu, I switch to Dino, and then I switch to Wilson, and then I fight. He didn't almost die. He had like 40% of his life left. He was fine. The fuck's a Gibble? I don't know what to get him with. I don't know how to get him. It doesn't affect him. I mean, I could throw balls at this boy all day. It ain't gonna work, y'all. Y'all just wait. Y'all just watch. He ain't hurt at all. Watch it work the first time because I said that. See, he broke free. I told y'all. Throw my Pokeballs at this boy. Woo! That was a very that was a risky call you just made. That was very, very, very close. How many do I have now? That's less than I thought I did, to be honest with you. So who was that boy earlier I got that Babs was all about? Was it him? No, it wasn't him. Him? It was him. No, wait. Him. How's he got to move? Him? The dog one? Him. Is he rare or something? What's the deal with this boy? Should I throw him away? He's real rare. Babs trying to cheat you. He can mega involve. Just don't trade for a TM. What's a TM? That's what Babs was offering you. Bastard. My daughter keeps asking me questions about Pokemons, and I can't answer them. Like, she wants her Eevee to evolve into a certain kind of Eevee, and I don't fucking know how. It says I've looked it up. It's like by environment. I don't know what that means though. Get on the Twitch chat. It's the color Eevee she wants, I think, is like white and silverish. Glaceon sounds right, actually. Amethyst. Fucking sex cop. I told her it sounds like it probably needs to be somewhere icy. Is that just like where you're at? Whenever they evolve? Maybe near an ice stone? It's a touchable thing. So it's not like fighting. She just goes to it and touches it? Alright. No, it's a handheld game. It's Sun, Pokemon Sun. Do I want Leech Seed? Yeah? What am I getting rid of? Over Curse. Alright. He's evolving, everybody. He's gonna consume me. Holy shit, Wilson. The fuck, you got a tree on your back? Is this the turtle from the Stephen King book, It? Well, now he's got Earthquake. Do we take Earthquake? Best move. Okay, what'd I get rid of? Erase Mega Drain. Click over Bite. Keep Earthquake. Bite. Multiple bites. Everyone's saying bite. Alright. Bite it is. Such a big boy. Look at this big boy. My big boy. Can I ride him? I can ride my big boy. Can you fit through this door, big boy? You cannot. We're both gonna die. Hold on, I'll go outside with F5. I'm gonna be honest with you, don't look too great. Neither do my boots, to be honest. I feel like these boots aren't doing the thing that boots are supposed to do, you know? When I buy a pair of shoes, if they don't have bottoms, return them. Take them right back. Just saying. All right, you need to be quiet though. That's why they're old boots. These boots aren't made for walking. I guess not. All right, y'all. Well, that is going to be the end of our stream. We did it. We completed it. Say goodbye to the YouTubes first and foremost. Bye, YouTubes. Get out of here. Go watch something else. Old media. Blah, blah, blah.